Hello, this is all the Nauseum builds that I have up to now that I can still access. I'm just showing it off. This is the first playtest, as we can see, very early, all text all over, but you get to see some things. You get the characters, you can see the AoE denial, you can see the stats of the characters, there's text on the AoE, and this build is a bit broken, if I remember. This is the second available build that I was able to get. See, we have a menu and we also have the place where we could build the party before we get into there. We also have the max value. As you see, everything here mostly unchanged. You see, and then over here, it is majorly different from the first build. As you see, the text is gone and the AoEs have color now. You're able to switch if you're able to see some of the AoEs. You have an inventory, you have a party, you have a menu, you have upkeep. Even in the in-game menu, we also have the AoE information box. This is my third playtest build that I could get. As you see, we're able to go through a bit of show off how the AoEs move and not much change in the main menu besides that. Remove the amount selectors in the middle for a pop-up, as you see. And you might notice that the screen is a better quality. That's because we moved to 1920 to 1080 from the early build. And since we got so much more room, you can see there's a lot more stuff on the top, especially with showing the stats. That's completely changed to a drop down, and then we have our upkeep menu there, so you can just see it. So you see here, this is our next playable build. We changed the screen for choosing AoE movement, and as you see, we have the tutorials now available, and now we're going to go through that tutorial. So this is the first playable build with a tutorial. After many comments about how difficult it is to learn, finally yielded and finally got this in. And we're gonna see us build a characters here. Nothing should have been major changed. Here is our next build. Not much is going to be changed in these areas. Besides in the dungeon, we'll be able to see a new character that would appear. As you see, we also have that appears now. And there's many more characters as well that also appear. There's also some characters I try to do some special thing to that character, like giving the ability for a character to gain stats different from leveling up or another mechanic. As you see here, nothing much changed here, adding some text, overall some other stuff. We're getting close to the end here. Some characters, doing experiments with values. And this is the first version where we added upkeep to the beginning so that the player doesn't die instantly to upkeep, because I want the player to get a grapple on what upkeep is before they die. And as you see, there's an outline to the tanks. I was experimenting with stuff, and you get to see the background for this area because I was experimenting with Pixel Composer. Now for the final one, as you see, we have a main menu background over here. We also have a background for when you get to choose your party you bring in. And this should be the final one. There's a lot of stuff that has been worked on for a long time. This is also the first build that you might be able to see a non-symmetrical AoE, because I did not want an AoE shape to be supporting of one side over the other, so that's why I added that to exist. And also it adds a lot of variety. I can add shapes. Anyways, this is it. All I have. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. This has been, all 8 builds have been in work for a long time, and it's cool to see its progress. You can try the demo out right now on itch.io. You can download it and try it out for a bit. There's some known bugs, but it should be a cool thing. You can also join the Discord if you want to know more.